Hey y'all, we are gonna open a 1420, no we're not, sorry y'all, I was moving papers around and I put that paper back in my file. We're gonna open a LynB Designs package tonight. That's what we're opening. We have a ton of polishes in here. I'm very, very excited to get in these and show them to y'all. I'm gonna give it a second and let some people come in. I'm also gonna send this to our broadcasting channel, so everyone in there knows that we are live right now. That one, perfect. Hi Frida, how are we doing tonight? I hope everyone has had a good start to their week. Hopefully it's, you know, kind of chill vibes with us being between Christmas and New Year's. I spent the day yesterday with my aunt, and then today I got to spend a chunk of my day at the tax office because I guess during the renovations and the packing before we moved last year, hi Laura, I guess my paperwork came and it got put somewhere and not mailed back in, so I didn't file my personal property taxes last year. Hi Maria, apparently. So when I didn't receive a bill this month, I was like, what's happening? And that's why. So yes, I got to spend the about an hour and a half today at the local tax office getting everything filed and then paid. So that was fun. But I did also get to swatch today, which was nice. So yeah, I'm excited to get in this package. We do have quite a bit in here. I think there are 13 polishes in here. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing the unboxing portion so we can get through that and get into the actual swatch portion of this. Like I said, I'm very excited. There are two collections, if you will, in here. We have a Val-O-Ween quad, so we get to continue celebrating Halloween throughout the year. I love that. And then we also have It's Giving Salad collection, which y'all, I've read the names for this because I had to pull the information from our swatcher group. So the names, I'm like so excited for this collection. It's amazing. Y'all know Jenna Lynn is amazing at coming up with punny names and things. So like this collection definitely fits in that. I haven't seen any of them. I will say, first of all, like I said, there's a lot of polishes in here. They are all open because her boxes are very nondescript, and when I receive a package from her, I have to figure out what's in it to be able to get the information from the swatcher group. So I do open just the bottom, so all I see is the bottom label. I mean, I guess technically, y'all, there's a little peek of polish. I do try not to see the window, but then I just pop them open, read it, and I set it into a category so I know what goes where, and then I print the info, but honestly, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to close the boxes because that's just more time during the live that I have to pop all the boxes open and all that stuff. So I don't do that. And even if I were to see a little sneaky peek on the windows, I get her things in 2 months in advance, so there's no way my brain remembers this little sneak peek before we do this together. But again, in the open and honest format here, I do want y'all to know that technically, yes, I have opened every box so I can see what is in here, but I know nothing. But I am excited. I do have, again, I have the info sheet because I printed that off. I gathered everything for each polish. Again, super duper excited just based on the names of this collection. Well, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing portion. So we have Booty Call from the Val-O-Ween quad. This is a really pretty, I'm going to regret throwing those boxes on the floor, I know it, but we're doing that for now. This is a really pretty kind of nudie pink warm tone base. It's kind of got a beige my nude feel to it, but a little bit warm, and then it's got a gorgeous shift. I'm seeing gold and orange and maybe a tiny bit of green in there to it. Very unique. I think this would be great for if you need just a basic base, you know, if you're going to a wedding or a funeral or a business event and you want just a little bit of fun with that shimmer, but then you want a classy base, this would be really pretty for that. We'll see how it comes out. Also, I think I need to make sure, okay, this one's not a thermal, a magnetic, a reflective, none of that stuff. I need to make sure I pay attention to that because lately I get so excited about just the polish itself, and then later on I realize it's a magnetic. So I'm trying to be more conscious of the labels as we go. All right, next we have Frog Eye Salad. This is, of course, from the It's Giving Salad collection, and it is a magnetic, so unmagnetized. We're going to call it a copper base. I'm not really sure. It's got this grungy kind of green shimmer to it, and then, of course, there's a coppery glow, and if we grab our magnet, let's see what happens. Okay, I was like, for a second, I was like, did anything happen there? So it keeps that grungy green base, and then it looks like the copper is that magnetic line in here. So this is really pretty. Where I'm from, we make things called frog eyes. I'm gonna do this one more time, which is usually a salami, sometimes a ham base, and then it's got cream cheese and then a pickle wrapped in it, and then you like slice it into pieces so it looks like a frog eye. I don't know if that's the same where you're from or throughout the country. I know a lot of these weird salads are very much a Midwest thing, but if you've heard of frog eyes, I want to know what your type of frog eyes are. I should also mention, as weird as a frog eye sounds, they're delicious and I love them. And now this has made me think of them, and I'm gonna have to make them tomorrow for my little New Year's Eve board game night with a couple friends. So that again was frog eye salad. Very excited for this salad collection. Next we have, ooh, a pretty pink. This is Salmon Supreme. It is a reflective. It's a gorgeous like purple base with a pink glow to it. That it might even be pinky red shimmer. And then it looks like pink reflective glitters. Let me get my flash. Let me make sure my flash is all the way up. Hello, there we go. All right, so with the flash, very sparkly. And of course you can see that shimmer even more. Yeah, it looks like it's an orangey to red to pink, perhaps. Laura says, I don't think I've ever had frog eyes. Okay. I mean, you have to really like pickles. And they're a lot of work to make. I won't even pretend. I once tried to take the easy route out, and I like took like pickle relish and I mixed it in with cream cheese in a mixer and then just put it in it and spread it. And it's not the same. You don't get the same crunch and texture as it. Although I've done it with banana peppers like that, and that was really good too. Also, y'all, I'm so excited. I know this is totally off subject, but I had to buy a new phone case. My other one like cracked on the side, and I am super excited. I found this case on Amazon. It's sparkly and green, and it makes me think of a pickle, and like I think my pop socket just goes with it. I was so stoked. Literally, since I put it on my phone last night, I keep looking at it. I'm like, my phone's a pickle. Which of course Kevin's cracking up at me, but I'm obsessed with this. So hello, Miss Carrie. Welcome in. We are showing off LynB Designs' new Val-O-Ween quad, and it's giving salad collection. Also, y'all, these come out January 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern. If you join the LynB Loves Facebook group, she often will open the website a little bit early, and then, hello, Miss Maple. She will let you know in that group when it's open early. Oh, I thought I was going to get to show you Maple, but she ran away. So, yes, so definitely join the LynB Loves Facebook group so you get that info as well. And then I will give you pricing on collections and stuff as we get a little bit farther into here. Let's see, Laura, or frog eye salad, actually. We do Minnesota sushi, ham and cream cheese wrapped around a pickle. Okay, so it's the same thing. My family does it mostly with salami, but I've had it as a kid with ham. And we just call them frog eyes. So, but this was called frog eye salad. So I guess maybe it goes with you guys. Carrie says, good evening. Hello. All right. Next, we have a really pretty pink here. This is Glamour Ghouls from the Val-O-Ween quad. So it's a really pretty pastel-y pink. And then it has, again, that gorgeous red orange kind of shimmer to it. Definitely gets the Val-O-Ween vibes. You've got the pink for Valentine's and then that Halloween kind of glow with it. Also, okay, those are so pretty together. Very excited. I'm kind of feeling like that first nudie one could maybe skew a little peachy orange even. I thought I heard Maple in the hall. Oh, it did. She's sneezing. Are you coming back, ma'am? Okay, next is Hey Boo, again from the Val-O-Ween quad, and this is a beautiful pastel blue with that same orangey red copper shimmer to it. So it looks like we're getting a pastel Halloween vibes here. Laura says, I don't eat pork, so I just dip pickles in cream cheese. Honestly, that sounds delicious too. You should try it with salami. If you like hard salami, I would try it with salami. Hello, Blue Minx. Welcome in. Blue Minx, Blue Mix. I think I did this last time. Blue. I'm just going to call you Blue. Hi, Blue. What do we have next? What do we have next? Like I said, y'all, there are 13 polishes in here, so it's going to be a little bit of a long one. Get you a comfy blanket, get a cozy spot, and just kick back while we do this. This one is Pink Lady Salad. Oh, this is a solar thermal. So I knew we had a thermal. I got hot water ready. I didn't realize it was a solar thermal, but we can use our, I think this UV light will work. If not, I have that UV flashlight to do the solar part. And now I just have to hope we have sunshine tomorrow. We will see. It is winter in the Midwest, so it's a dice roll, but hopefully. Hello, Becky. Welcome in. All right, so Pink Lady Salad is a solar thermal. This is a very bright kind of fuchsia tone pink, and again has that kind of coppery gold shimmer in it. I am excited to see what color this shifts. Does anybody want to take a guess? Now, again, it's a solar thermal. So as far as temperature, okay, it's Pink Lady Salad. So I'm going with a pale pink. As far as thermal goes, I'm thinking it's pale pink in its hot stage. And then I'm leaning to like a purple and dark purple in the sun. I'm not really sure. It's so hard to guess when you have to guess 3 other colors here, but it's very pretty before any of the shifting. So that's awesome. Becky says she's guessing purple. Okay. Laura says, about to make a coffee, then you'll keep me company while I file down all my nails. Are you going shorties? Are you, how short we going, Laura? How short we going? I'm very excited. Also, y'all, Laura, maybe remember, I had coffee today, and it's supposed to be decaf. We will see. So that could be for an interesting live as well. Ooh, look at this green. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is my boo. So this is the 4th and final of the Val-O-Ween quad, and it is a very bright, I'm going to call it chartreuse green, and it has that same coppery gold shimmer. I love this. I was not expecting this with the other 3. We were very like pastel-y here, and then it was like bam, green. I'm not mad at it. I really like this green. I just wasn't expecting it. Also, now that I'm like, look at how all that green pairs with every color in this set. I would not have put these 2 together originally, but they're gorgeous together. All right, I'm digging this quad. Very excited. Laura's is as short as I can. Ooh, I'm excited. You can join the shorty club with us. Hello, Jen. Speaking of shorties, Jen is in here. I think we discussed the other night that Carrie is in the shorties club with us as well. So welcome to the shorties club. And if you don't have shorties, you're still welcome. All right, next is, also Jen, how is Alex doing today? Next is Ring Around the Tuna. Ugh. That just I shouldn't say flashbacks because I haven't eaten anything like that. I have a book by Dylan Holland. Y'all, he's on here and on TikTok. And it's baking through yesteryear, and he does like old weird recipes. And one of them is like a tuna loaf ring gelatin thing. I don't know. It just looks so gross. So gross. So, Maria says, me too. Nails and height. Oh, because you're shorty. I gotcha. And Carrie said, yay, shorties. Okay, well, see, Maria's in the shorty club too. Jen, not sure I'll stay. Woke up with the flu today. Oh, no, Jen, not you too. I feel so bad for y'all to have your poor kiddo sick, and then now you have it too. Oh, Laura says green is basically a neutral. I mean, I think so. I think green goes with everything. So, all right. So Ring Around the Tuna is a really pretty, even though it's named, pale pink. I feel like it's coming up a little warm here. It's definitely cooler tone. And then we have tons of like iridescent shifty flakies as well as black flakies in here. I know Jen just came in just in time for the black flakies, but Jen, if you have to pop out, please do go get some rest. Try and take care of yourself. I know it's hard when you have others to take care of, but you gotta take care of yourself and hydrate. Stay hydrated, please. Next, we have a glitter bomb. This is Pantry Jubilee, and it is jam-packed with all kinds of flakies. They are shifty and gorgeous, and it just looks like confetti in a bottle. It has every color in there. I want to put the flash on this. I don't think it has any like hollow or anything in it. I just feel like you could see, oh, maybe it has a little hollow. I don't know, it could just be rainbow flakies, but this way you could see the colors in this just a little bit better with it. This is really pretty. I'm excited to get that one on a swatch wheel and see what it's like outside of the bottle. Like, is it going to be buildable in multiple coats? Is it going to be more of a topper? Like, I'm curious what kind of vibes that is. Next is Crown Roast of Frankfurters. And it is a very shifty, it looks like we have a warm kind of pink base, and then it has this multi-chrome-esque shift to it. I'm seeing orange and green and copper in there in that shift. I wonder if the flash will help show that just a little bit better. A little. It's got a lot of shift to it. I mean, you can kind of see it just in the bottle in general. Very interesting. Definitely an interesting name. I'm curious to see that one out of the bottle too, because I think that base is going to be a lot more, I think it's just going to be different than what I'm picturing. We have another green. This is Celery Nut Circle, and it is definitely a celery-esque green. It is jam-packed with iridescent, shifty flakies. I'm seeing a green to orange shift in there for sure. I like this green a lot. It almost matches my wall, kind of. Very pretty. Y'all know I love the greens. I got two more to unpack. I'm kind of liking that I had all the bottoms opened already. That just, it's made it go so much faster, honestly. Because I know y'all are just ready for us to get into this. Also, I don't know why I thought there was only one magnetic, but there are two, so I'm going to have to grab more swatch sticks. But yeah, it makes it just faster to get into the boxes, and then we can get into the, the actual swatching, which I know is what y'all are here for. This is Fruit and Cheese Mold. And it is, again, I'm feeling like this base is going to be different. It makes me think of it's like one of those neutral kind of sepia tone bases. And then we have a green to blue to aqua kind of shift in there. And then it looks like hollow. Hello, Miss Liz. How are we doing? All right, here it is with, oh yeah, we definitely have some hollow. I don't know if it's a micro glitter or micro flakes. We'll have the official description when we swatch there in just a minute. I do think this is going to be a really pretty kind of neutral sepia pink base. Hello, Melissa. Welcome in. And last one to unbox is, ooh, this is pretty. This is Jellied Abomination. I love that name. And it is a very pretty, like, turquoise teal jelly base. It's got a blue purple shimmer. And then it is loaded with flakies, as well as it looks like micro hollow shreds in there. So again, let's get the flash out. Yes, definitely hollow in there. Elizabeth says, I'm tired. It's been a long week already. I feel that. Last week just wouldn't end, y'all, between the holidays and problems, and just it was never ending. This week's been a little bit better. I've been able to swatch. I had a day out with my aunt yesterday, which was nice. And then, like I said, today I spent at the tax office and then swatching some more. I have done some little micro projects. Silly thing, I went to IKEA yesterday and I have like their crafty pegboards for all of my Cricut stuff. And I had brown ones, which were fine. I had no problems with them. They were great. And then yesterday they had pink ones and they were on sale. And I was like, really, do I need these? But my aunt was going to buy some brown ones. So I bought the pink ones to put on my wall, and then I'm going to give her the brown ones. So I did do that project today. It took like 10 minutes. My stuff was already on the wall. I just took it off, put the new ones on, and then, and so micro projects, we're getting there. I'm doing some things that I want to do instead of just working. But Elizabeth says, your hair is gorgeous. Thank you. I got it touched up. I think it's been 2 weeks now since I had it done. Carrie says, I feel that too. Super long, stressful work day today. Well, I am sorry that you had a stressful day, Carrie. And I hope that this can help you relax and just have a little fun hanging out with us. And then I hope that the rest of your week is better. We do have New Year's Eve tomorrow, so that will hopefully be fun for all. I'm just having my sister and a couple friends over. We're just going to play some board games and chill. But I hope that you guys have some fun, whether you have plans or you're just going to hang out at home with friends, family, puppies, whatever have you. Yeah. Okay, we are all open. I do need to grab a couple more swatch sticks. Oh, magnetic, y'all. We had another magnetic and I didn't even show it. See, I told you, I get so excited about just what's in the bottle that I forget it has special. I mentioned this one was magnetic. So this one was Fruit and Cheese Mold, and it was another magnetic. So we're gonna, ooh, did y'all see that magnet line move instantly? Yes. Okay, so the green blue kind of shift it had, that is the magnetic pull. And then it has that sepia toned base to it. And then again, it has that hollow in there. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, very excited to see that one on a swatch stick out of the bottle. Carrie says, next 2 days off, vet appointment tomorrow, but otherwise just rest and chill. Well, I'm glad that you get some time to rest and chill. Let me grab really quick a couple more swatch sticks because I only saw one magnetic on the paperwork. So we have those. And then, yeah, we're gonna get into this. I'm excited. Okay. I think we're going to do our magnetics first. I know a lot of times I like to go in order of the paperwork, but it's kind of been nice to do the magnetics first so that way they're done and I can get like my magnets out of the way and all that stuff. And then we'll do the thermal so that way it's nice and dry for when we dip it at the end. Yeah, that's my game plan. Hopefully everybody's cool with that. That's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to get y'all flipped over and we're going to get into it. Flipped and scooched. All right, here is tonight's info sheet for anyone who likes to screenshot that. So everything I'm showing you tonight comes out January 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern time on LynB Designs website. If you join the LynB Loves Facebook group, sometimes she opens the site early and she will give y'all a heads up in that group when and if she does that. We have the Val-O-Ween quad. It's 4 polishes. They're going to be $13 each or $52 for the full set. And then you have the It's Giving Salad collection. That's 9 polishes. They're $13 each or $117 for the full set. If you use code JELLY, the release weekend, so the 9th through the 13th, that'll save you half off. It was on my paperwork of being under the salad and not under the Val-O-Ween. I do think it'll work on both, but I'm not 100% positive. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. And again, if you're in the LynB Loves Facebook group, she, you know, always puts out her information and reminds you of that code. So she'll clarify in there if it's on both or one or the other or what have you. But again, everything's on lynbdesigns.com. Everything will be on her personal site that release weekend. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's do our 2 magnetics. So I'm going to grab my Glamour gear out here. I don't know which way to say that. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what's actually happening. And then I'm going to find the 2 magnetics. Frog eye salad and fruit and cheese mold. And I think mold is like spelled like, you know, the icky fuzzy growing mold and not like a cheese mold, you know what I mean? Not a M-O-U-L-D, like it's not, I don't know. I'm not sure. Thinking it's furry mold there, which is very appetizing when we're talking about salads. All right, I got my little ice cube stampers out. I like to stick my stick to it here so it just holds it up nicely. And so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have the 2 velvet molds, because of course molds. See, molds in my head now. The velvet sections, because I'm gonna show it to you both velvet and regular. All right, we are prepped. We are ready to go. And I feel like I have a highlighter somewhere. Where's my highlighter? Because I think I'm going to get lost on this info sheet with my ADD trying to read it. And my highlighter said, no, we're not going to be where we're supposed to be. Ah, there you are. Okay. All right. So first up, we're going to do Frog Eye Salad, which is this beauty here. Frog Eye Salad is a linear hollow base with pink to orange shifting micro flaky shimmer and tonal orange magnetic pull. So here it is unmagnetized. Ooh, if I can get a hold of my thing. All right, so our base is a linear hollow base with pink to orange shifting micros. So here we're going to do the magnet and see if we can get it to show up on camera. Y'all know how hard it is in the bottle with the air bubbles and all that jazz. Yeah, it's not liking me in the bottle. It's there. You can see it barely. It just has an air bubble that really isn't playing well with it. All right, so let's get it on the swatch wheel, or swatch stick, I guess, technically. So that way y'all can see it. Oh, and my highlighter is dried out. Y'all, it's a thing, isn't it? All right, and that's the other one. So I can find those at least. And I guess this highlighter can go in the trash. All right, goodbye highlighter. Okay, so we're going in with our first swatch coat of Frog Eye Salad. I'm gonna do it on its own here with a bar magnet, and then we will do it on the velvet. All right, so we are a little bit of a sheerer base, but we are also on that clear stick. Here it is unmagnetized, beautiful. I don't want to play with it too much. Ooh, did y'all see that instant line there? Yes. Very excited for that. Let's do our first coat on our velvet swatch here. Again, unmagnetized really quickly. And we're going to stick that down in the velvet zone. I do have polish on my finger, so we're an official live. The last 2 lives, y'all, I made it almost a whole video without getting stuff on me, and it was very, very weird. All right, so that was Frog Eye Salad. While that sets for a second, we're going to go into the second magnetic of the It's Giving Salad collection, which is our fruit and cheese mold. And this one is a russet base with green to gold to blue magnetic multi-chrome pull and scattered cherry pink hollow. I did not show y'all in the bottle with the flash on it on the last one. I'll make sure to do that when we do our second coat. Also, I'll show the flash on the stick. Let's see if, again, we can show this magnetic pull in the bottle. Ooh, maybe. You can definitely see that hollow already. And then, yes, there's your lines. This one played better in the bottle. And again, this one is a hollow. I did just mention that, so I will remember this time to show it. Here it is with that flash. This base is very interesting to me. She called it a russet base. I don't know that I've seen anything like this base before, so I'm excited to get it out of the bottle. Here we go on our swatch stick. Again, we're on a clear stick. That's going to have an effect on the opacity. Ooh, I like it non-magnetized, honestly. It's very pretty. And then I'm going to set that down. Ooh, yes, look at that green line in there. That's really pretty. Laura said like a russet potato, right? Here, y'all, yeah, it says russet base. So yeah, like a russet potato. I mean, it is kind of browny, which I'm loving this green line on there. Green to gold to blue magnetic multi-chrome pull. Yeah, I'm loving that green against the brown. It's very different. I have nothing like this. It's giving me like very earthy, mossy vibes. I'm liking this. So here it is again, really quick, unmagnetized. Throw that down in its velvet area. Yeah, I'm very much digging this. And it also has cherry pink hollow in there. So very unique polish. Definitely excited to see that one in its second coat. I mean, it's gorgeous in its first coat, but we all know second coats really, really can push over a magnetic. So, all right, let's circle back and look at our Frog Eye Salad in its first coat here. So this one was linear hollow base with pink to orange shifting microflake shimmer and a tonal orange magnetic pull. So those flakies really pop out at you, and then you get the magnetic line behind it. It's really glowy. Opacity wise, I mean, y'all can see my very thin natural visible nail line there. So, I mean, it is a little bit on the thinner side. I think 2 coats will still be fine once we get to that level, but very pretty. Let's grab the flash on this because it is a linear hollow. Ooh, yeah. So you do get that little sparkle balance in the back there, and then that line, you can see it shift too. Very unique. I'm liking this one. I'm liking the different kind of style here. All right, let's look at the velvet. Now, a lot of times we don't see the velvet effect as much on the first coat as we will on the second. I see it a little bit if you watch right up here at the V. You can see it a little bit, but I definitely think we'll see it more on the second coat. It feels more opaque in the velvet because all that magnetic gets pulled to the front. Hi, Mama. Welcome in. Yeah, it's definitely pretty. Again, I'm going to grab that flash so you can see the linear hollow in this one, which actually is showing off the velvet. There you go. A little bit more with that flash. definitely excited to see this built in 2 coats. I think it's just going to add so much depth to it. All right, so that was our first coat of Frog Eye Salad. Now we're going to look at the, well, let's paint our second coat, and then we'll look at the first coat of the other one so this one can set. I know I did a live like 2 days ago and then the night before that, but I feel like it's been so long since I did a live. I don't know why. I just feel like out of practice right now. Also, I'm going to note, here it is again, really quickly unmagnetized. It's so pretty unmagnetized, y'all. I'm going to note that I thought there were 9 polishes in this package. And when I planned out dates and getting them done, that's what I thought I was going to have to do. But again, there are 13 in here. So we're going to... Is it 13 in here? No, I'm sorry. There's 12 polishes in here. Anyways, I'm going to have to work a little bit harder to get these done when they're due. But, you know, that such is the life of an ADHD procrastinator, organizer, whatever you want to say. All right, again, really quickly unmagnetized. Yeah, this is just so pretty on its own. Speaking of unmagnetizing, I had someone ask me, I think it was on my Sassy Sauce for PPU post, what the polish looked like unmagnetized. I always do my pinky, my ring, and my middle with a bar magnet, and then I do the index and the thumb with the, well, I've been doing the glass bead lately because I'm just really digging that vibe. Do we think... What do we think about doing one nail unmagnetized? Should I do that? Is that too much going on to have, you know, 3 different types of things? I don't know. I want y'all to be able to see it and know what something looks like before you buy it so you don't question it. Laura says, I'm on a no buy, but these magnetics are so gorgeous, aren't they? At least there's only 2. There's only 2 in this collection, and they're $13 a piece. You can use that code JELLY the first weekend to get them half off. So really, it's like, you know, buy one, get one free, Laura. Can you really afford not to do that? All right, so here is our first coat of Fruit and Cheese Mold, which was the russet base with green to gold to blue magnetic multi-chrome pull and scattered cherry pink hollow. This magnetic just pops right off of that base. Again, I'm kind of getting like forest mossy vibes. I like this. I think this would be really pretty for some fall manis, or like my brain just went to Earth Day. Like, just, it's got that brown earthy base and then the green on top of it. Here it is with the flash, so you can see those pink hollows. Laura said, I always do pinky unmagnetized, then bar, velvet, and glass bead on my other 3 fingers. Yeah, I'm like kind of leaning towards unmagnetizing. I won't lie, it would save me a little time if I didn't have to magnetize one nail. I just want to know what y'all think about that. So if you have an opinion right now, if you watch the replay here or YouTube, let me know so I can take what y'all like into account, because obviously I swatch for you guys. I want you to see things and know what you're buying. So here it is, velvet. Again, you can see the effect, but I know that second coat's going to really show it more. But you definitely get more of that blue-green to it in the velvet design as opposed to the bar magnet. I kind of, honestly, I usually love velvet, but I kind of love that high contrast of the green-blue line against the brown base, where this just has a lot of that green. And as much as I love green, I like the contrast better with the bar magnet. Here it is with flash again, so you can see the cherry pink hollow in there. Very cool. I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat so it can set while we look at our second coat of the frog-eyed salad. So let's do our second coat of Fruit and Cheese Mold here. Again, here it is unmagnetized. Carrie, my brain just went back to the fact you said you have a vet appointment tomorrow. Is it just like a regular checkup? All right, so there is our second coat of fruit and cheese mold setting. And now we'll go back to our frog-eyed salad. Just a quick reminder, this one was a linear hollow base with pink to orange shifting micro flaky shimmer and a tonal orange magnetic pull. This is so pretty. Like those flakes dance and it makes that shift so gorgeous. And then you get that glowing line in the middle of it. Opacity wise, totally fine in 2 coats, at least for me and my subtle nail line. If you have a very strong nail line, you might want 3 coats, but I don't think it's really necessary. It is really pretty. And then this one also had that linear hollow base. So we're going to grab our flash. Yes. You can see that hollow flame mixed in with the flakes too. This polish kind of has it all. You've got your magnetic, you've got your flakies, you've got your hollow in there. All you really need is reflective, and it's a kitchen sink. Like, it's got everything in there. Carrie says, oh, thanks for asking. I have lots of very old dogs. One just had a seizure, but also goes to rehab for a torn cruciate ligament. I'm sure I butchered that. The other has oncology for prostate cancer. Oh my goodness, Carrie, you're sweet babies. Bless you and them. That's so much to go through. I can't imagine it. Like, Waffles has been rough this year. Maple's now been rough. And we at least had things that were, you know, fixable, and we're just hoping to keep them as long as possible. But I just can't imagine all that on your plate, Carrie. Sending all the good vibes for you and them, sweet little babies. All right, here's our velvet, which, yeah, as I thought, you definitely see that velvet way more in the second coat. And this thing is so flaky packed. All that shift from that flake. Beautiful. Again, totally opaque. Velvet makes it completely opaque. Like, no questions on that opacity. And then let's grab our flash and show the hollow. I actually really like the velvet, how it plays with the flame of the linear hollow. It kind of makes it more intense. Ooh, that shape right there, that makes me want to use like that heart magnet from VV on here. This is really pretty. Beautiful. Let me get y'all a label shot, if I can do it without sticking them together, which we know I probably cannot. Also, can I get it in the camera with us so zoomed in? Maybe. It's not the best thing ever. Oh, okay, that's better. There we go. All right, so here is your frog eye salad in 2 coats. You got your velvet on top and your bar on bottom. Here's this, thanks so much. They test how much my heart can handle for sure. My horse just passed away. Another dog just getting over pneumonia. Oh my goodness, Carrie. You sweet thing. I can't imagine all that. My heart couldn't handle it. I know that sounds horrible, but I would break. Oh, you are a hero, and I don't know how you handle it, but big hugs and kudos to you. All right, well, that's just gonna sit there. I don't know, it's being weird. Okay, now we're gonna go and look at our second coat of fruit and cheese mold, which again was a russet base with green to gold to blue magnetic multi-chrome pull and scattered cherry pink hollow. And yeah, I love the contrast of this line. Opacity level, I think it's good in 2 for sure. It definitely got like way richer with that second coat. It's beautiful. Very glowy. And then of course we do have that pink hollow in here. So we get out our flash. You can see all those little rainbow sparkles. This is fun. I don't have anything like either of these magnetics in my collection, so I'm very, very excited for these. Here is our velvet swatch of fruit and cheese mold. Also, we're definitely talking mold here, because like that is green mold color. I'm getting the vibes here, and the velvet is gorgeous. I take back what I said. I don't know that I prefer this better. I really like both of them, and I kind of think if you're going to do it and then do like, you know, an accent with that velvet or glass beads, you get the green pull and then you get like the dark brown with the green line. Like, this is cool. Yeah. Oh, look at all that gorgeous shifty pigment there in the middle. And then of course we grab the flash to show off the hollow. You can see all the little hollow sparkles dance in there too. Very cool. I'm digging this one for sure. And it definitely surprised me out of the bottle. I thought this was going to be like a pinky tone based, and then to have it out, and it's definitely more brown. All right, so here is our label shot. Fruit and cheese mold. It sits still. You've got velvet on top and bar magnet on bottom. And that is our magnetics for tonight. Both of these, as I said, are from the It's Giving Salad collection. Let me scoot this out of the way. I'm going to zoom y'all back out, not too far. And I'm going to set these off to the side. So that way we can move on to our next. I'm going to go to our thermal next, so it can be all nice and dry when we are ready to dip it. All right, so next we have that thermal, which, where did it go on the paperwork? All right, we'll cheat. I know that it is here. We've got Pink Lady Salad. That is our solar thermal. And boom. I think that's our only thermal. Of course, I may find another thermal as we go, but I think that's the only thermal. We took guesses in the beginning. Carrie says these names are reminiscent of Scarf and Barf from her cat collection in November, aren't they? Especially like we've got the Crown Roast of Frankfurters, Salmon Supreme. That could just be cat food. Pantry Jubilee. They're very reminiscent of the Scarf and Barf name that she did. You're right, Carrie. All right, Pink Lady Salad. We took some guesses. Someone guessed purple for the shift. Now it is a solar thermal, so we're going to have an inside shift as well as an outside shift. I said a light pink when warm, and then I'm thinking some sort of purple darker shifts for outside. It's a very pretty like magenta-esque color here though. Let's see what the paperwork says. So Pink Lady Salad is a magenta to pastel pink indoors, plum to gray outdoor solar thermal with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. Okay, so I was pretty correct. We do go pastel pink when warm, and then we are gray and plum outside. So I'm going to guess the gray is probably warm and the plum is probably the cold color. So very excited to see this one in our dip, but we can do the thermal part now. Okay, I don't know if this like works for that. Now we're gonna grab the flashlight. Hold on. I know that one works to make things glow in the dark, but I think I need my actual like UV flashlight. Okay, so let's see. I apologize for the flashing. I don't know why this flashlight flashes on camera. Okay, I feel like we did shift. It's hard to see, so we're definitely brighter to a deeper color here. It's definitely harder to see in the bottle, I think. But we'll see what we can do on our swatch stick with it. So this one, again, because it's a thermal, it's going to get its own swatch stick just to make it easier for dipping and doing the things with it. But let's go ahead and do it. And we will do the thermal aspect of it at the end so I don't get everything all wet. But first coat of Pink Lady Salad going on here. It is a very pretty magenta on its own. Like if this didn't shift at all, I would not be mad at this color either. Like it's a very pretty magenta, and it's on the like brighter tone of magenta. Not quite hot pink, but it is brighter. Honestly, it's pretty opaque in one. Like I'm liking that formula of it. It leveled beautifully. It's got that gorgeous shimmer to it. Definitely has some shifty vibes. And then again, because it is that solar, I'm going to try, see if we can get it to shift. Again, I apologize for the flashing. I'm trying not to touch it while it's wet. Becky says, I love that color. Isn't it pretty? All right, it got darker. I'm not sure if y'all can really see that it definitely did get darker with the thing. I wonder, okay, I've done it before where I've made like things shift back by putting like bright light on it. I don't know if that like in my head works or if it actually works or not, but okay, in theory, this is our pre-solar color. I feel like it's getting darker. It's so hard to tell though. All right, maybe on the second coat, we'll be able to see it better, but it's really pretty on its own, honestly. Like I'm liking this magenta fuchsia kind of color going on. It is drying to a semi-matte, which is cool. Of course, I'm going to use LynB's Be Quick Shiny Top Coat on my swatches, as well as a matte top coat, so you'll get to see it both ways. But that was our first coat of Pink Lady Salad. And I'm just going to stick that one kind of off to the side, so that way I don't stick my hand in it. I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to stick it up here, so that way I don't stick my hand in it. And then we're going to go to our swatch wheel and continue this crazy It's Given Salad thing. Also, I should turn on my air purifier. Just realized we didn't do that. Okay, so next we're going into Jellied Abomination. Carrie said, I watched another video and it was hard to tell in that one too, a subtle difference. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see it in real life that it's getting just a little bit darker, but I wouldn't say it is a drastic solar difference. Now, maybe when we do the lighter color, that shift might show better when we do the thermal aspect. So we'll definitely do the hot dip as well as the solar on that at the end too. Okay, Jellied Abomination is a teal base with scattered hollow sparkle and blue to purple to pink shifting flakies. This is really pretty. I'm already like kind of obsessed with this color. I'm digging jellies lately, so this is going to be fun. You can see those beautiful shifty flakes. I can already see the hollow, and then if we grab the flash, we can show off those hollow micro flakes even more. This is a fun one. I mean, they're all fun, honestly. I don't know. I'm just really into jellies lately, so this one has my attention for sure. Let's do our first coat of Jellied Abomination, which again, I love the name. Now, we are a jelly, so it's going to need to build up, but here is the first coat. Also, that semi-opaque swatch wheel is going to have a slight effect on the brightness of this. So keep that in mind. Hello, Esmeralda. I don't know why I said halo, so weird. But hello. Hi, Miss Debs. Welcome, welcome. We are showing off some things coming from LynB Designs. Everything I'm showing tonight comes out January 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Right now, we are knee-deep in the It's Giving Salad collection, which is a 9-piece collection. It'll be $117 for the full set or $13 each. If you use code JELLY the release weekend, so January 9th through 13th, you can get half off. This one here is one coat of Jellied Abomination. And I love it. Again, opacity-wise, we're going to want a second coat. It is a jelly, but you can see those beautiful shifting flakes in there. And then our hollow, which I'm going to grab the flash and show that even more. I like this one a lot. I know some people are not into jellies. I love the squishy vibes of them. And this one is definitely on my list. I like this one a lot. So that was our first coat of Jellied Abomination or Gelled Abomination. I keep thinking there's an I in there. There's not. So I guess it's Gelled Abomination. I don't know. It's cute. I like it. It's maybe giving salad, question mark. Next is Pantry Jubilee, which that one I'm saying correctly. This one is a flaky bomb filled with a pantry's worth of shifting UCC flakies and scattered hollow flakies. So there is hollow in this. All right, I was not sure when we unboxed it. I even put the flashlight on it and I was like, maybe it could just be foiling. I'm not sure. We definitely have flash in this. You can already see all the crazy shifty UCC flakies. And then if we get out that flash, there they are. There's your hollow sparkles from the hollow flakies as well. We're gonna get this put. I just realized my magnet is sitting right by my phone. Let's move that. I know it's not as big of a deal, but I still don't need to set my phone on top of it. I'm trying not to have to replace my phone anytime soon, y'all. All right, so going in, first coat of Pantry Jubilee, our flaky bomb. Okay, so this one, I feel like if you did a lighter coat, you could definitely use this one. There, get off of their fur. You could even use this one as a topper. But look at all those flakies in there. Dang it, I thought I got rid of that fuzz. Get out of here. Yeah, so many flakies. Again, I mean, we're definitely not opaque in 1. We'll see how it builds up to 2. This may be a 3 to be fully full opaque, but I feel like it could be a good topper as well. So I like that it's on the lighter end. And of course, this also has the hollow flakes, so we get out our flash to show off the rainbows even more in this. This is just a rainbow of polish. So pretty. Kind of gives me like fish scales. That rainbow fish book. Very neat. Definitely excited to see that one in its second coat to see how we build. So that was our first coat of Pantry Jubilee. Next is Ring Around the Tuna. Still love these names, y'all. So we have Ring Around the Tuna, which is our pink flaky bomb. This one is pastel pink base with scattered hollow sparkle, black micro flakes, and pink and blue micro shifting flakes. So we have it all in here. This color is really pretty. It's kind of like cotton candy pink. And then you have those beautiful shifty flakes and then the contrast of the black flakes. And then this also says that it has some scattered hollow in here. So again, we're going to grab our flash. Yes, there you go. You can see those hollow sparkles in there. This is fun. I love the name of this. I feel like it fits a tuna vibe. Let's get it on the swatch wheel and see what it looks like out of the bottle. Okay, yeah, this is very fun. It's kind of like Princess Punk Rock with that pastel pink and then those black flakes against it. Becky says, I don't love the name, but I love the color and the flakes. It's pretty. Y'all, I really like the names in this collection. I love the name of the collection. I just think it's so much fun. Jenna Lynn makes super unique polishes, and she always has the best, just punny, out there, fun names. So I personally love the name, and I love the name of everything in this collection. But it is really pretty. We're definitely a little bit on the subtle side, being that pastel pink, so we're going to want a second coat for sure. But look at those flakies, all that shift in there. And then it does have a touch of scattered hollow. So we're going to grab our flash. There you go. There's those rainbow sparkles. And of course, it's making those flakes dance even more. Yeah, I like this polish. I think it's very cute. Kind of gives me Easter vibes, like speckled eggs, you know? And then the way those flakies pick up the color too, the blue and pink micro flakies. Yeah, giving me some Easter speckled eggs. So Ring Around the Tuna in 1 coat. Next we'll go into something. Crown Roast of Frankfurters. Again, the name of this one, y'all. This is really shifty. It is... Y'all, she's killing me. It is hot dog tinted base filled with red to orange to yellow shifting shimmer. I'm not sure that I want a hot dog base on my nails. So I'm very excited to see this out of the bottle and see what hot dog base colored is. We used to have this running joke at the shop about bar-S hot dogs, and that's kind of all my brain can think about right now, hearing hot dog base. Okay, so I get the hot dog base reference now. I was just going to say, I can't say I ever wanted to have hot dogs on my nails, but also Kevin's obsessed with hot dogs. So I can't, not obsessed. Well, he does really like eating them too. And he has a hot dog tattoo. Anyways, Kev's like hot dogs. And I think it would be funny to do a hot dog themed nails. And if you're looking for a shimmery, glitzy hot dog, you got it. This is a sparkling hot dog here. It's very unique, and it does have a really pretty shimmer to it. Becky says, Ella, the name makes me think of some kind of suff. Some kind of tuna concoction. Yes, I definitely think the ring around the tuna makes me think of a tuna concoction too. Laura, it's giving hot dog flavored water, right? Isn't it? It's hilarious. I love these names. I like that they really do fit the name. Like it's, she called it Crown Roast of Frankfurters, and it is a hot dog tinted base there, y'all. This is fun. I think it's hilarious. I love this collection. I really do. Honestly, I would buy half these polishes for the names alone. I am that person. Here it is with the flash, just to show that shimmer more. There's no hollow or anything in it. I just really wanted to see that shimmer under a flash, and it really does. It just screams hot dog. I can't. I feel like I need to put this on and go to Costco and get one of their giant hot dogs. This is hilarious. I love this. I do think it is a pretty polish as well. Like, it's not just a funny name, y'all. It is pretty. That shimmer is gorgeous in there. There's your first coat of Crown Roast of Frankfurters. That just, it cracks me up, y'all. I'm never gonna be able to think about Jenna Lynn without thinking about a hot dog tinted polish now. I love this. This is so funny. Esmeralda says that's such a pretty shimmer, isn't it? It's like, y'all, it's a pretty polish. Considering it is based around a hot dog and it's like such a not sexy thing, it's a really pretty color. But I'm just gonna always remember hot dog tinted base. That's just amazing. All right, next is our Celery Nut Circle, one of our pretty greens. Y'all know I love my greens. This one is a buildable spring green flaky bomb with red to orange shifts. So buildable to me means it's going to be a kind of jelly-esque base, needing maybe 2 to 3 coats of it, but it does have all those beautiful shifty flakies inside of it. Let's get it on the swatch wheel here. I think this is actually going to go really pretty with our Crown Roast of Frankfurters next to it. I think these polishes are just going to vibe together. Yeah, y'all, hot dog tinted base. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, they go together. They go together. They shouldn't go together, but they go together. It's kind of like relish with your hot dog. Like, I mean, it is celery, so just saying. But, ooh, it's very pretty. She did say it's a buildable base. I do not hate it in one coat personally. I feel like this would be a pretty just kind of shimmer to throw on if you want to just have something on your nails, but nothing too like crazy intense. I like one coat. I feel like 2 coats because of all the flakies and shimmer in this. It's going to be fine. If you really want to build up that green shade, you may want a 3rd coat to really make that green intense. But I like how it's just a green tint to the gorgeous red to orange shimmer and flakies in there. And again, I feel like it's going with our Frankfurter here. Like, I just feel like those 2 colors weirdly work together. So that was our first coat of Celery Nut Circle. And then last but not least, from our It's Giving Salad collection, we have Salmon Supreme, which is a reflective. This one is a deep indigo base with intense pink to red to orange shifting shimmer and salmon reflective glitters. So I'm very excited to see this out of the bottle. I think we're going to have more of that purple intensity out of the bottle, and then it obviously has a very stunning shimmer to it. And we grab out that flashlight. We're going to see that salmon reflective glitter in there. Does anyone else think of Wreck-It Ralph every time they say the word salmon? I can't, and it is taking everything I have in myself to not say it with a lisp like King Candy does in Wreck-It Ralph. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just the ADD. But yeah, I can't think of salmon without that movie. All right, so here comes our first coat of Salmon Supreme. Yes, you get way more of that purple out of the bottle and that gorgeous red orange glow on top. Again, everything it goes with our Frankfurter, y'all. Like, I just feel like this collection vibes together, even though it feels very random. Hello, Karina. Welcome in. Opacity level, it's not bad in 1. 2 is going to really make that shimmer just more intense. But I don't hate it in 1. That shimmer is beautiful, so shifty. You easily see the pink to red to orange in that. And then of course it's a reflective, so we're gonna grab our flash and show off the salmon reflective in there. Hello, Sandy. Yeah, you can see those reflective sparkles in there. It also made that shimmer even more intense. Now it is a reflective, which means you're gonna want a glitter smoothing top coat before you follow it with your Be Quick or other favorite shiny top coat. But it is beautiful. Very, very pretty. I love how much more purple it has to it than in the bottle. It's another reason I do these lives, so you can see all of that. So that was our first coat of Salmon Supreme. And that was the full first coats of our It's Giving Salad collection. And we're going to slide over into the Val-O-Ween quad, which also releases on January 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern. This quad is going to be $13 or $52 for the set. I'm going to see, can I show you all four here and not stick myself in the swatch wheel? Probably. All right, so here is all four of our polishes from the Val-O-Ween collection. We are going to start off with Hey Boo, which is this beauty here. It is a cornflower blue base with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. And you can see that beautiful shimmer in there. It gives me very much like Cinderella vibes. Let's see it on our swatch wheel. So first coat of Hey Boo. I was wondering how opaque this is, and it's decent. I mean, we're gonna want a second coat for sure, but I was worried being in this pastel blue that it might be a 3-coater, but I'm feeling like it's gonna be okay in 2. And of course you see that beautiful shimmer in there. This is going to be one that's going to look gorgeous in every lighting, like low lighting, direct sunshine, my crappy kitchen light. Like that shimmer is just going to be so pretty everywhere. It's a very lovely pastel blue. I love that she's doing a Val-O-Ween collection. I've never seen one of those. If you don't know, I host or I co-host the Halloween Forever collab. It's a monthly Halloween challenge here on Instagram, and you know, we celebrate Halloween year round. So I love that she's doing Halloween in for Valentine's Day, I should say. So that was our first coat of Hey Boo from the Val-O-Ween quad. The next one we're going to go into is Glamour Ghouls, which is our dusty lavender base with the same red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. And that shimmer is throughout this whole collection, so they all fit really well together. This is a beautiful, beautiful purple. Let's get it on here next to our Hey Boo. So first coat of Glamour Ghouls. Very lovely purple. And again, it has that same shimmer, so it just kind of shifts and pops against that pastel base, and they vibe really well together. Hi, Waffles. He's gonna come in here and lay in his bed. Which, no lie, y'all, he is the reason I have an air purifier in here. I never really considered it for myself, and then I realized he spends his whole day in here when I'm swatching, and I figured it probably wasn't very good for him, so... that shimmer is gorgeous. I can't wait to see these in a second coat, because I know that shimmer is just going to have so much more depth and dimension to it. Again, opaque wise, it's okay on 2, I think, or on 1. I think 2 will be fine. If you're a chronic 3rd coater, you could do a 3 coat, but I don't know that it's going to need 3 coats necessarily. So that was our first coat of Glamour Ghouls. Carrie says, ha, I got air purifiers for my dogs and cats too. Yeah, I literally was just like, it is what it is. And then I was like, oh man, he's in here all the time. He should not breathe this in. So then I went and bought an air purifier. All right, next we have our Booty Call. I love this name. This is a warm pastel brown with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. This is really, really pretty. And now I'm kind of like picturing Frankenfurters again after all that hot dog talk. But this is really pretty, and that shimmer, again, it's the same shimmer that's in all of them, so they go well together. Yes, this is a very kind of neutral-esque polish in my opinion. This is something you can throw on if you just want a subtle, little pretty, but still like classy polish. Ooh, I don't know where that fuzzy came from. We're gonna ignore that. Let's pretend it's not there. Again, 1 coat, not bad. 2 coats, I think will do the trick. And it vibes really well with the whole collection. This is not something my brain would think I need, but I do really like it with these pastels. And now I'm kind of picturing like this as the base with the other 3 with like lines done across them. I don't know if that makes sense, like a wavy kind of line. I don't know. It's just given me some nude base for pops of color. Again, that beautiful shimmer just glows off the top of it. Very pretty, not something I own, so that's awesome too. So that was our first coat of Booty Call. And then last but not least, we have My Boo, which is this gorgeous green. It is a light chartreuse base with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer, and this is so glowy. I was not expecting this to go with those polishes when I pulled it out, but I'm digging the vibe of it. It's very like 70s retro-esque vibe. Let's put it on our swatch wheel here. Yes, now again we have that slightly white opaque swatch wheel, which I'm sure is pulling this just a tad brighter than what it's going to be on our natural nail, but I really like it, and it really does go with them. I know that I like, if you told me chartreuse and baby blue, I'd like get out of town, but like look at those together. Isn't that pretty? I like this collection. It's very fun. It's definitely different, which I love. I know we're going to see a lot of similar things. A lot of people do pinks and reds and golds and glitters for Valentine's Day. So I love that this is a different vibe than everything else we're going to see. And of course, I love me a good green. Opacity wise, I am really not mad at that in 1 coat. 2 coats is really going to make that shimmer more intense. But if you want something to throw on and get out the door, I think you could do it with this one. Yeah, I love a good chartreuse. I know it's not for everyone, but I'm digging it. So that was our first coat of My Boo. And that is first coats of everything. So we're going to circle back and do second coats. We're going to start off with that thermal again, wherever the heck I put it, up here. So I wouldn't stick my arm in it. See, I found it. So this one is our Solar Thermal from the It's Giving Salad collection, that 9-piece collection. So we have Pink Lady Salad. It is a magenta to pastel pink indoors, plum to gray outdoor solar thermal with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. So we're gonna do our second coat, and we will see, if we can see that solar a little bit more, and then we'll do the thermal dip in hot water at the end, so that way I don't get all of my desk wet and background and all that stuff. But here is our second coat of it. Again, I really like this color on its own, so if it didn't do all the fancy things, I would still be in love with it. It was pretty good in 1 coat. 2 coats is beautiful. That shimmer really shows. It's very pretty. And then I'm gonna try and see if we can get the solar to show. To me, it gets a little bit darker. Carrie said she saw it in another video, and it is a subtle, so we're gonna do it. I apologize in advance for the blinking that my flashlight does. I don't know why this flashlight does that, but I'm gonna leave it for, I don't know, 10 seconds or so. Okay, so you can see, yeah, it just gets darker, but it definitely does shift with that solar light. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have sunlight here to be able to show that in the next day or two, but hopefully. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. I also feel like it is already trying to shift. I don't know if you can see the edges getting lighter just with the heat of my hands, which I have noticed LynB's thermals to be very sensitive, which I appreciate. So that shimmer is gorgeous on there. Here says, agree, it's very pretty by itself. It really is. Oh, y'all, do you remember how I stuck this up above so I didn't stick my arm in it? I totally just had my arm sat on our swatch wheel. It looks like nothing got damaged, but yeah, I picked up my arm and it was stuck to me. This is why I move things, because I will do that. All right, let me get y'all a label shot of it by itself, and then of course when we dip it, I will give you a transition shot too. But this is our Pink Lady Salad. It's a solar thermal. We have 2 coats of it here, and it's cold state indoors. So, and then we will do the shifty again at the end, and I can also see if we can get that the solar part to work while it's in its shift. We'll see. This one's a whole experiment for swatches. All right, setting that one off to the side, and then we're gonna go into our jelly abomination, or gelled abomination, which is that teal base with scattered hollow sparkle and blue to purple to pink shifting flakies. It's just super, super pretty. I'm excited to see the second coat of this one because it is a jelly. So we're going to see how it layers on itself. So second coat, obviously being a jelly, you can do 3 or 4 coats, however you want. I'm liking the second coat. It does still have that jelly-esque quality. If you have a very distinct nail line, you may want a blurring base or a third coat. I have a subtle visible nail line, especially with my little shorties. So I think 2 will be fine, and I think I'm going to like it in 2 personally, but it is all your preference. I love these beautiful shifty flakies in there. You get all those colors, and then you can already see the rainbows from the hollow flakies in there. If we grab our flash, there you go. You can see the hollow even more. I like the jelly vibe of this one, but I've been really into jelly polishes lately. Super, super pretty. I'm gonna grab, ooh, y'all, I keep bumping you tonight. I'm a hot mess tonight. All right, I'm gonna grab you a label shot. Here is our 2 coats of gelled abomination. Though I want it to be jellied, and I like the name of jellied better. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe it's a typo. Maybe we just call it jellied. All right, there's 2 coats of that one. And then 2 coats coming up of Pantry Jubilee. This one was our flaky bomb filled with pantry's worth of shifting UCC flakies and scattered hollow flakies. Again, this one I feel like if you did a lighter touch, you could very much use this as a topper over anything. It might be really pretty over our Frankenfurter there, but let's see it in its own buildup of 2 coats. Here's our second coat. It's pretty packed in there. I mean, there's a little bit of empty space between it, but not much. I think 2 coats will be good. Again, if you want to do 3 coats, do 3 coats. I will let y'all know. I typically do stick to 2 coats, so you can be a judge on if you want 3 or 2. But it's very pretty. Of course, you have all that shift from those UCC flakes. And then this one also has hollow, so if I grab the flash, we can show that. Hi, Varnished Vagabond, welcome. We are showing off some new things from LynB Designs coming out on January 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern. This one right here is called Pantry Jubilee from the new It's Giving Salad collection. There's a beautiful hollow in that one. This collection is going to be $117 for the full 9-piece set, or you can buy them for $13 each. Use code JELLY January 9th through the 13th for half off. Here is a label shot of 2 coats there of Pantry Jubilee. Varnish Vagabond says, thank you. Pretty's time. Yes, there are some stunning things here. We did already do our 2 coats of magnetics, but I'm going to show those again as we just go down the list here. So don't worry, you'll get to see things. Technically you missed the second coat here of Gelled Abomination. And we did our second coat of the solar thermal, but we haven't dipped it yet, so you'll get to see that one too. All right, so that was 2 coats of Pantry Jubilee. Next, we're going into our Ring Around the Tuna, which is the pastel pink base with scattered hollow sparkle, black micro flakes, and pink and blue micro shifting flakies. So let's do our second coat here. Also, there is a dog hair that's been driving me nuts. Okay. So second coat here of Ring Around the Tuna. Hello after the social. Welcome in. We are showing off some pretties from LynB Designs. This here is Ring Around the Tuna. I'm doing the second coat of it. It's a beautiful pastel pink. It's got some scattered hollow in there, black micro flakies, and pink and blue micro shifting flakies. I believe I called it a punk rock princess earlier. I just love that pastel vibes with the contrast of the black flakies. Definitely opaque in 2 coats. I love the shift of those blue to pink microflakes in the background. They make me think of cotton candy. And then it does have just a smattering of scattered hollow. So let's grab out that flashlight. Yes, you can see those little rainbow twinkles in there. Very fun. I think it fits the name. I know that the name bothered some of y'all earlier, but it just works. It really does. I love this collection. I love this name. I love how different this collection is. I always say it that Jenna Lynn puts something for everyone in her collections. Here is your label shot, 2 coats of Ring Around the Tuna. If you're a jelly lover, you got that there. If you love flakies, you got flakies in here. Magnetics. We've got a solar thermal. We've got a reflective. Like, there is something for everyone in her collections, and I love that. All right, let's go into our hot dog color, y'all. I'm never, ever going to forget this color. It's going to crack me up for life. All right, we have Crown Roast of Frankfurters, which is described as a hot dog tinted base filled with red to orange to yellow shifting shimmer. Also, I apologize. I think my earring just hit my AirPod, so hopefully that wasn't like a crazy noise on your end. But let's do it. Let's do our second coat of our hot dog tinted base here. I really do want to put this on and then go to Costco and like get a giant hot dog to take pictures with. All right, there's our second coat. Ooh, look at that shimmer, y'all. I told you that second coat was just going to make that shimmer so intense, and it really did. I feel like we're opaque in 2. Again, shimmer polishes like this, some people like 3 coats, especially if you wear clear extensions or you have a strong visible nail line. I would do 3 coats potentially, or a blurring base coat. For me and my little shorties, and I don't have an intense nail line, I'm going to do 2. And I think it's got enough dimension to that shimmer for it with still being opaque. Maria sent a fire emoji. It is gorgeous, isn't it? If you told me I made a hot dog polish, I'm going to send it to you, I'd be like, okay. But this is stunning. And I kind of like want to just walk around and be like, look at my hot dog nails. Maybe I'll wear this to PBE. This would be hilarious to walk around a PBE and do like a hot dog stamped on one nail and just be like, here's my hot dogs. Look at my hot dog nails. Also, is anyone else going to PBE? I'm so excited. That comes up in July. So, you know, we're just... You know, a little bit of short 6 months away, but still that'll fly by before you know it. I'm very excited. I'm attending as press this year. If you are going and you see me, please come up and say hi. I am crazy and ADD and I will be all over the place. So if I don't say hi to you, it's not that I don't like you or I'm ignoring you. It's just that my brain didn't stop. So please say hi to me if you are going. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see everyone. I have a countdown on my phone. Here is your label shot of Crown Roast of Frankfurters in 2 coats. Carrie says, I am first time going. Oh, I'm so excited, Carrie. I can't wait to meet you. I swear, if you see me, please stop me because I want to meet everyone. I want to take selfies with those who want selfies. I want to hug if you want to hug. If you don't like either of those things, just tell me no, and I'm cool with that too. Maria says, me too, first time. Oh, y'all are going to love it. It is an absolute blast. Even my husband, Kevin, loves going. It's so much fun. I'm very excited for it. All right, our next polish in here. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna go down the list and we're gonna look at those magnetics again because technically they are the next ones on the list. So for those who have just joined, we did our Frog-Eyed Salad, which is a linear hollow base with pink to orange shifting micro flaky shimmer and tonal orange magnetic pull. We already did do this one, so it is a magnetic. You have a velvet here on the left. This is 2 coats with the velvet effect. And then we have a bar magnet here on the right. Again, 2 coats. And then because this one has a linear right, you're the linear hollow. Making sure I'm not reading stuff wrong. Okay, yeah, so this one's a linear hollow, so we're going to throw our flash on that too, so you can see them with the flash. Laura says, we are a maybe. Maisie wants to go so badly. I want you to go, Laura. I do. Also, if anybody's looking at hotels, I know things are filling up because there is also a music festival going on that weekend, which poor Kevin really wants to go to. It's got Limp Bizkit and some other people, and he's like, I want to go so bad. It's the evening of the meet and greet, I think, and tickets were pretty expensive. Otherwise, he totally would have gone to that. But tickets to the show are expensive. But I know hotels are filling up fast for it. So if you don't find a hotel, don't fret. There will be people who have their plans changed for both the PBE and the music festival before then. I'll give a label shot again for anybody who wants to screenshot frog-eyed salad. You've got the bar on top, the velvet on bottom. But things, people will change their plans. We're still 6 months out, so you may get a room closer. There are also Airbnbs in the area. So there is still ways to get rooms, but I do know things are filling up right now. So there is your 2 coats of frog-eyed salad. I know we did this in the beginning, but again, for anybody who's missed it, Carrie says, I will for sure say hi. Can't wait. Yes, definitely. And of course, I'll have a live right before then because y'all, we don't know what color my hair will be, but I'll let everybody know beforehand so you can make sure to snag me while we're there. Now we're going to go into that celery nut circle, which is this one here. This is our buildable spring green flaky bomb with red to orange shifts. There's this hotel situation is a big reason we're potentially not going. Getting a room at the even was already hard. Now it seems impossible. It's not impossible. You can definitely still find something. Again, you're going to have people who can't make it to the show. You're going to have makers, unfortunately, who aren't going to be able to make it. So there are potentials of rooms opening up before then. I would say just keep an eye on the hotel and keep checking back in other hotels as well. But it definitely, there could be rooms opening. It's 6 months away, y'all. There are lots of people who buy tickets impulsively and then plans change, or they don't, talk it through with their spouse or whatever, and then they can't make it. So don't fret. Just because rooms are gone right now doesn't mean they are gone for good. I would just periodically just get on the site and check because you never know when something's going to open. All right, here is our 2 coats of celery nut circle. Again, if you want to do a 3rd coat, it might build that green more. I think it's really good in 2 coats. Those flakes and that shimmer is just so intense that it's hiding the visible nail line really well. But if you really want a little more green oomph, you know what? I'm going to do a 3rd coat on the tip. I usually don't do that or this quickly. Hi, Nolme. I'm sure I ruined that. I'm sorry. Welcome in, though. All right. I usually won't do this, and I don't do this quickly because I like things to dry, but we're impatient here, and I just want to see. Does a 3rd coat do anything? All right. So I did a 3rd coat on the tip, and I don't really feel like it did anything. I mean, y'all can be the judge of it. So the line for it is here. We have a 3rd coat from here down to the very tip and 2 at the base, but I don't think it did much. My personal belief is that this is a 2-coater, but use your judgment, do it as you feel fit. Hi, Ursuline, welcome in. It's been a while. I hope you are having a fabulous week already. This is really pretty. I love the shimmer to this. Y'all know I love my greens, and this is gorgeous. All right, let me get you a label shot. So we've got technically 2 coats at the base, 3 coats at the tip of this one, celery nut circle. Again, this collection launches January 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be $13 each or $117 for the set. You can use code JELLY for half off release weekend, the 9th through the 13th. Ursuline says hi, and yes, it has been. Sorry about that. No worries. Life happens. I get it. Goodness knows I get it. But I'm just glad that you're here with us tonight and gets to hang out for a little bit. Next, we're going to go to our Pink Lady Salad, which is that y'all, my brain stopped, which is our solar thermal. Again, we've already shown this, but for anyone who's just popping in, this is going to be a solar thermal. I'm going to dip it at the end because I hate putting my water on my background and getting everything wet mid thing. But this one is going to be a magenta to pastel pink indoor, plum to gray outdoor solar thermal with red to orange gold shifting shimmer. It's very pretty. Even in the bottle, like, she's stunning. We're excited to see, we're excited to see this dipped. We're going to do that at the end. So stay tuned for that one. And also one that we've already done for those who have just joined us is our fruit and cheese mold. It's another magnetic. We did the magnetics at the beginning. This one is a russet base with green to gold to blue magnetic multi-chrome pull and scattered cherry pink hollow. That's a mouthful. We did do it on a bar magnet as well as velvet. So here on the left is it in 2 coats with a bar magnet. You can see that beautiful blue-green multi-chrome line on that russet brown background. And then here it is in 2 coats velvet, which is also beautiful. I like both. Originally, I said I like the bar magnet better because I like the contrast, but I really dig the mossy vibes that the velvet gives it. And I think if you did your whole hand with the bar magnet and then just a accent nail with the velvet would be really fun. And then, of course, this also has some scattered hollow. So we get out our flash. You can see those little hollow twinkles in there, as well as that gorgeous magnetic movement. So I will do another label shot for those who missed it in the beginning. Here is your 2 coats of fruit and cheese mold. You've got your velvet on top and your bar magnet on bottom. Varnish Vagabond says Prugly. Yes, it very much is a Prugly, and I love it. I'm here for a good Prugly polish. Trying to set it down without sticking my arm in it, which y'all know I can't do. I stuck my arm in the swatch wheel earlier. All right, and then last but certainly not least for our It's Giving Salad collection, we have Salmon Supreme. It's a deep indigo base with intense pink to red to orange shifting shimmer and salmon reflective glitters. We're going to do our second coat of this one. This one really has so much more of that purple tone to it out of the bottle. Let's do our second coat. I'm very excited to see how intense that shimmer gets. Very pretty. I still really love it with the celery nut circle as well. That shimmer is just a dream in there. Again, opacity. I'm happy with 2 coats on that one. You can already see those reflective glitters kind of twinkling under the arch light here too. But that shifting shimmer just glows on that base. Beautiful. And then, of course, it does have those salmon pink reflective glitters, so we get out our splash. And you can see those little sparkles and twinkles from that. And, of course, that shimmer is even more intense under the flash. This is such a pretty polish. Super gorgeous. Once again, it is a reflective, so you're going to want a glitter smoothing top coat on it just to get that all leveled out before you go in with your Be Quick shiny top coat or whatever your favorite glossy top coat is. But that is the entire It's Giving Salad collection. And then we're going to go in and do our second coats of the Val-O-Ween quad, which again also releases January 9th at 12 p.m. It's going to be $13 each or $52 for the quad. We have Hey Boo first, which is our cornflower blue base with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. We've already done our first coat there. We're going to go in here with our second coat. I was a little worried on this one's opacity level, but I'm pretty confident that it can be a 2-coater. And of course you have that gorgeous shimmer, which is just going to bump up even more. It's so pretty. You can see that shift from orange to gold and red. No questions in there. It's very like dreamy, cotton candy-esque. Very pretty. Did I do a label shot for Salmon Supreme? I don't feel like I did, y'all. I apologize if I didn't. Did I do it for celery? Y'all, my brain. All right, well, here is Salmon Supreme in 2 coats. I don't think I gave y'all a label shot. I apologize. There's that for those who like to screenshot their shopping list. I'm going to do Celery Nut Circle again, too, because I, again, don't remember if I did it. But here it is in 2 coats. Oh, I did, because we did 3 coats of the base, 2 coats of the tip. All right, so that one I didn't mess up. All right, here's your label shot of Hey Boo from our Val-O-Ween quad. 2 coats there. All right, let's go into Glamour Ghouls, which is the second one of the set. This is our Dusty Lavender base with that same red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. Here is coat 2. Again, very pretty. It's that pastel kind of dream. It goes very well with Hey Boo. They all have that same coordinating shimmer. Definitely feels opaque in 2 coats. I love these 2 together. That glow definitely pops on the purple. It's pretty on the blue, but it's way more intense on the purple there. Very lovely shade. Let's get you a label shot so I don't forget this time. All right, here is 2 coats of Glamour Ghouls. Okay, and next we've got our Booty Call from the Val-O-Ween set. I love this name. I also did not expect this polish to be in here, but it's very pretty. I think it would be great as a good neutral tone base for some events where you feel like you want to be a little more toned down, or maybe on the like professional side, you know what I mean? If you're in a job that needs you to have a little more basic nail, like you get that beautiful shimmer, but it's still a neutrally base. Again, opaque in 2 coats, and that shimmer is fire. It has the same shimmer that's in everything else. It's the orange to gold, the red to orange to gold shimmer. So the whole collection just goes really well together. It's almost flame-like on top of that warm brown base. Let's do a label shot there. That is 2 coats of Booty Call. All right, and wrapping up the Val-O-Ween quad, we have My Boo, which is our light chartreuse base with red to orange to gold shifting shimmer. I love this one. This was probably another pruggly one, depending on your vibes. I love a chartreuse, and this is gorgeous for me. There's a fuzzy on there. I'm gonna see if I can get it off. Get out of here. You're not invited. All right. Ignore. Oh man, there's another fuzzy. What did I do, y'all? I don't know what happened here. I don't think I can get all those fuzzies off. I'm gonna try. We're gonna go back in with our brush here and see if I can. Can we move you down? No, they are. I feel like my brain wants to sit here and keep trying because I feel like it's moving, but it's. Oh, maybe we are moving. Are we making progress? Okay, close enough, y'all. I don't know where these fuzzies came from. We're gonna ignore those, okay? We're gonna look at the gorgeous non-fuzzy part of it. Maisie says this collection is very Eastery. It does give some Easter vibes there, which goes really well with our ring around the tuna. Could wear the whole collection for Easter there. I like the chartreuse, y'all. I know it's bright, but it really does add in that Halloween aspect to the Valentine-ness of it. And of course, that same glowy red to orange to gold shimmer. minus the fuzzy. Please ignore the little, I don't know where it's from. And it's taking everything in me to not like go dig in with my thumbnail to get that out. But it is a beautiful, beautiful green. And it definitely brings out the Halloween vibe, excuse me, to that collection. So let's grab a label shot for y'all of that one. There's the 2 coats of My Boo. Again, we're pretending that fuzzy is not there at the tip. All right, and then that is our collection tonight. Let me grab our magnetic setter over here off to the side. Oh, we're not technically done. We're not done. Hold on. I'm getting ready to wrap up, and we ain't ready. We got a thermal, y'all. We still got a solar thermal to deal with. Okay, I have hot water, which is in fact actually still hot tonight because I did turn on my mug warmer instead of turning it off this time. And we are grabbing our Pink Lady Salad here, which is a magenta to pastel pink indoor to plum gray outdoor solar thermal with orange to red to gold shifting shimmer. So here she is in her cold state indoors in 2 coats. And now I'm gonna knock everything off my desk here. Now we're gonna dip it in our hot water. So this is the thermal transition, which I did, y'all. I said it was gonna go light pink, and I was right, and I'm very happy about it. It's very pretty. Still opaque in 2 coats, no questions. I want to dip one more time here and see if I can get those water droplets off so they don't cool. All right, I'm gonna grab our solar light here. I am going to apologize for anyone who just popped in. For some reason, my UV flashlight likes to blink on camera, and I'm going to try and do just half of it and see if I can get it to transition. Now, it felt very subtle. Okay, so it definitely did. You can see the lighter magenta and light pink here, and then this side we get a darker magenta, and it does go like a grayish brown. I think y'all can see the difference. All right, we're going to do it again. And I'll try and get you a label shot with all 4 colors. All right, so, oh no, I think I went too hot. Dang it, I dipped it for too long. We got too hot. Hold on. I'm gonna open my ice water here. We're gonna dip it in my ice water. Mistakes have been made. Okay, into my ice cup. Oh yeah, all right. We are back. We're back to cold. I dipped it for too long in the hot, but I wanted to make sure it was hot. Okay. Here she is, hot and cold, same time. Now I'm going to do, again, I'm going to try and do just half of our swatch stick. I'm just going to hold this for like 10 seconds or so. All right, it is definitely a subtle shift. Man, I hate that won't stay. It is a subtle shift, but you can see it. Light pink to like this grayish, and then we're magenta to like a darker magenta. So they are there. I'm not sure if all 4 colors are going to stay for your shot here. We're going to do this one more time and see if I can get y'all a shot. I'm going to pull this off camera just to give myself a little more working space. And then we're going to get y'all a label shot. All right, here she is. Pink Lady Salad, our solar thermal. So it is a magenta to light pink inside and a purple to gray outside. I would say it's a deep magenta to a grayish. It's a browny gray beige outside, in my opinion. But again, that's your label shot. So I'm very excited to see it. I hope I have some sunshine, and I hope that I can get pictures of this in its solar. So Ursuline says, will it change 4 colors without the light? So it should. I have done a few solars and solar thermals for LynB, and I have not had any issues with just being outside in direct sun to get my solar shots. However, I am in the Midwest, and it is December, so I may not have sunshine to do that. I do also try to take a video of showing my hand from inside the house, just going out in the sun and showing that shift. But LynB's solars, for me personally, I have not had any issues with just going outside. Now, sometimes I'm gonna flip you over for a second because I feel weird. Hello, there we go. I feel weird, like y'all are talking to a bowl right now. I am gonna flip you back one more time so we can do a full-on post-it info shot with all your polishes and all that stuff like I always do. But Sometimes your quick dry top coat can block that solar. It has like a UV blocking kind of property, and LynB Designs does have Be Seen, which is their solar friendly top coat. So I will be using this top coat on that swatch to make sure that it doesn't interfere with anything. It is not a quick drying top coat, so you gotta wait a little bit longer. If I remember right from the last time I used this on her solars, it doesn't take that much longer to dry, but it does take a little bit longer to dry. But she does have Be Seen. I believe this is $9 on her website. Please do not quote me on that. This came out over the summer, I think. So it's been a few months since I have posted that information. But she does have this available on her website, and I will be using this on my swatch. But all of these solars I have used for her, I have been able to get my solar, I don't know why I did air quotes, because they are. I've been able to get my outside in the sun solar shots outside in the sun. I don't know with Midwest winter if I'm going to have sun to do that here. I hope I can. If I don't, and I do have to use some other source, like my flashlight or a UV nail lamp, I will disclose that in my post like I always do. But again, I have been able to use her solars outside. I have had other brands that didn't work so well. Not to like name any names or anything, but LynB's, I've never had an issue getting her solars to work in the actual sun. That's my 2 cents. Also, I do want to point out that people don't think about it, but your cars have like a UV protectant layer on their windshields and their windows. So if it's not transitioning in your car, it could be that your window is blocking that. So please, again, don't freak out. Don't think your stuff's not working. I've done that before where I'm like, why won't this transition? And then when I put my hand out the window, it worked. It literally, your cars have a UV blocking, so we don't all drive around with sunburns. But okay, so I'm going to flip you all back around really quick. I will leave this out, and I will give y'all a label shot for anybody who wants to remember the solar top coat name. And then I will give you a Post-it note shot and all that stuff too. So flipping around one more time, I'm going to get this water out of our way because we don't need it now. And then somewhere is our swatch wheel. So we have our swatch wheel here of all of the polishes from tonight, including our magnetics, which were Frog Eye Salad. Let's see if I can get everybody in the same boat here. And Fruit and Cheese Mold. Will you stay? Kind of ish. I will dip that solar thermal one more time. All right, so here's everything from tonight. That is the 4 Val-O-Ween polishes here, and then we have all of our It's Giving salad collection. All of this stuff comes out January 9th, 12 p.m. Eastern. You've got your prices per set and individuals. If you use that code JELLY the 9th through the 13th, you're going to get half off. Everything's on LynB Designs website. Again, that 12 p.m. Eastern is normal launch. If you join the LynB Loves Facebook group, she sometimes opens the site early, and she will post in the Facebook group if she does open it early and when she does that. And then for anyone who wants it, here is the label shot of the Be Seen solar friendly top coat. Again, it is not a quick drying top coat, so you do have to wait for this one to dry, but it will allow your solars to do their thing properly and not have any blockage from a quick dry top coat. Awesome. So that's all of that. I think that's everything I have to share with y'all tonight. I don't know why I feel like I missed something, but all right, I'm gonna flip you around again, and we're gonna scoot back. I always feel like I'm so close when we flip it around, probably because I am. But yeah, so that was 12 beautiful polishes. 12, 13. I keep doing that. I can't count. 4, 9 is 13. Okay, 13, y'all. I swear, I don't know how many times I said the wrong thing tonight. 13 gorgeous polishes that LynB Designs is coming out with. They're absolutely beautiful. If you watch the replay here or over on, excuse me, y'all, I don't know what is happening tonight, or over on my YouTube, leave me a comment. I love to chat. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. Are you into the grungy colors? Are you not? Are you really digging the names? I'm loving the names. Have you ever tried any of these things? Frog Eye Salad with Laura, she's had it. I love frog eyes, which is just not, we don't call it a salad here in St. Louis, but I enjoy them. I am still intrigued by the crown roast of Frankfurters, our hot dog tinted base. Will forever crack me up. Y'all, I kid you not, I will probably dream of hot dogs because of that tonight. But yeah, leave me a comment. I love to chat with y'all. I do respond to every comment here and over on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to me here or there, I would really appreciate it. I'm not usually one who asks for that kind of stuff. I am like 20 people away from hitting 3,000 subscribers here on Instagram, and I just think it would be really cool to start off the new year with that milestone. So if you're not already following me and you like my content, and you know, you like just hanging out with me while we play with pretty polishes, give me a follow. And if not, that's totally cool too. But it would be fun. So, and Carrie says, is it a real salad? So we don't eat it as a salad here. For us, it is salami with cream cheese and a pickle wrapped in the middle. Like, you roll it up, and then we usually cut it into pieces, like individual little circles, so they look like frog eyes. I don't know if anybody else in the Midwest makes like a bowl of them. I'm not sure where the term salad comes from, but that's just how we do it. So Ursuline says, no way, I live in Colombia, so you've not had any of this stuff, and that's fine. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure anyone is really eating like a celery nut circle. I don't know what that is. I am intrigued by it. I just think it's funny. But yeah, I'm intrigued by so many of these weird names. Laura says, if you see me doing something strange for some change, mind your business. I need those magnetics. I mean, again, you buy them during the release weekend. Use that code JELLY for half off. It's like buy one, get one free, y'all. Like, you have to have them, Laura. They're gorgeous. They really are. Carrie says, oh, okay, I was picturing real frog eyes. Ha, you never know. People eat things. That is true. People do eat frog legs. And if you've never had them, they're really not that bad. But there's not a lot of meat on them, so I don't really get the I guess if you're, I guess back in the day, if you were desperate and you needed some meat. But, like, yeah, they're kind of fishy. It's like if chicken wings tasted like catfish. I don't know. They're not my cup of tea. I have tried them. They're not my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, people do eat some strange things, Carrie. You are correct. So a frog eye salad could be, now I'm picturing weird things. No, for us here, which Laura said they do it with ham typically. I don't like ham. So my family does it with hard salami, spread some cream cheese on it, put a pickle spear in the middle, and then you roll it up. And then we usually like put toothpicks and chop them into pieces. And they're delicious, and I'm definitely going to make some for my board game night tomorrow night. But yeah, okay, so all the weird things in our It's Giving Salad collection. Still love the name. Jenna Lynn is so creative, y'all. All these polishes are gorgeous. As I said earlier, there is something for everyone here. Whether you're like magnetics, you like the thermals, you like flakies, reflectives, there is everything in this collection. I think the only thing not in this collection is just a plain cream. But I mean, did we really need a plain cream? We have some beautiful creams with shimmers, so like that counts, right? We're counting it. Okay, so yeah. Wonderful stuff. I hope everyone has a fantastic night tonight and a safe New Year's Eve tomorrow, whether you're staying home or you're going out or whatever you do. Stay safe and have fun. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.